So it's bourbon on the water, and what we're doing is trying to match the bourbon to the fishing situation. And that's what we did today with Smugglers Notch. We absolutely nailed it. Here's why we're not crossing the river. That doesn't look safe at all. Let's be smart, not get hurt out here. So here we are. Usually I only have to walk about 3/4 of a mile to get to this place. I had to walk 2.5 miles in the snow, but we are deep in the woods. We got coyote tracks we're following. They're coming at us. That looks like a good one. It's pretty far away from the trail, so, and they're a little pointy. Makes me think Yodi. Today, I am going to take some casts, but I'm going to be careful. Let's talk about the whiskey rules again for a second. What are the whiskey rules? The whiskey rules are rules for decorum and drinking in the backcountry. And these rules are here to protect you. So first of all, there's only one hard and fast whiskey rule. Get a designated driver if you're drinking. I have mine. It's gonna pick me up in 3 hours. It's gonna be more like 4 getting out of here. But I've got mine. And the whiskey rules, first of all, do the whiskey rules even apply here? Well, they do, because we're so far in the woods, we're fishing, and they do. They kicked in a couple miles ago, to be honest with you. And this situation here, immediately makes me think of Whiskey Rule 22. And what does Whiskey Rule 22 say? Well, it says if it's safer to sit and drink bourbon than it is to fish, well, don't be an idiot. Be smart and sit and drink bourbon. We're going to do both, but this looks like a bourbon day for me. I want to introduce today's bourbon. This is Smugglers Notch Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Vermont Mountain Spirit. Get a look at this bottle with the river in it. Kind of like what we got going on behind us, right? It's almost perfect. Anyway, a little disclaimer. I have had this bottle before, and I loved it. And I had 3 bottles going at the time, and those other 2 bottles didn't move, and this one just went whoop. I pushed it to the back and hit it with the other 2, but I was still filling my flask, and that outdoor drinking catches up with the bottle. So you know what I mean? So I got another one. I'm really happy about it. We're going to enjoy this. We got a good situation today. Can you hear the water behind me? Man, it's something. So I have the Smuggler's Notch. I've had it before. I know it's good. But is it a good fishing bourbon? I mean, does it qualify? It's a higher standard of bourbon, as we all know. If it's not a good fishing bourbon, just walk right by. You don't want it. Well, let's see what we got here. We're going to take a taste of this. It's been a little while. I know I like it, but I don't remember. I've been drinking a lot of bourbons. See what we got. Don't litter. Again, I have a designated driver, and I always do. I like glass. Oh, this is fun, isn't it? It's fun. We've opened the bottle. We're about to sip this damn bottle. by the river here. What time is it anyway? I have no idea, to be honest with you. It's probably 11 o'clock. So first, again, let's make sure we qualify. Are we in a fishing situation? Yes. Are we far away from others? We are. I love that, by the way. Is it cold? Not too cold, but cold enough. The whiskey rules are kicking in. Here we go. Again, I'm not that cold. This isn't a situation where I really need a lot of burn. I really am just kind of looking to smooth it over. Wow, yeah. So, sweet. It's sweet bourbon. I think we got the right fly. See how we do. This is a big crayfish river. It's loaded with crayfish and raccoons eating crayfish. Yeah. Very sweet. It has that charred oak thing I like. I really like that finish that burns you. It doesn't burn you, it's more of a flavor. I'm not talking about what's going on down here. I'm talking about what's going on in the back of your throat. And you know, I love that charred oak. Okay? And this has a smooth finish. Exceptionally smooth. Exceptionally smooth. This is worth the money they're charging. You know how it is. They're overcharging out there, people, for bourbon. This is just an outright score. So this also, I think it's important to note, and you can taste it. This is a father and son team, okay? This is a father and son team. I don't know these guys. I have no idea who they are. They're Jeremy and Ron Elliott. I've seen their picture. They're probably great guys. They're making bourbon, but you know, family tradition is what bourbon is. All these recipes were passed down. That's what I'm looking at. Pretty tranquil. It's warm enough. My feet aren't even cold. That's probably the bourbon. Let's give Smugglers Notch credit where credit is due. Taste and love. These people care. They're drinking this. They're proud of this. They can't wait to have people over and show them this. It's good, man. This is an absolute first-rate. Wait, before I start, you know, let's make sure. Let's double down on this, baby. Yeah. I am going to fish again for another minute. But sweetness, a lot of sweetness up front. Very sweet. Charred oak, smooth, and just wonderful. And again, this bottle's gone. I love this stuff. It's great bourbon. Yeah, that's right there, right? We're hoping. Look at all the animal tracks back here. A lot of deer, mostly deer. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, we hit this snowmobile trail and we got 2.5 miles on it. Welcome to our On the Hunt segment where we talk about availability. I got this driving through Connecticut at the Litchfield Hills Wine Market in Litchfield, Connecticut, but I'm sure it's everywhere in Vermont and online, and it's the same price, $49.99. And this is a very sweet, light bourbon, 90 proof. It's a good fishing whiskey when things aren't going too bad, when it's nice out. If it was 45 degrees and raining horizontally, I'd probably reach for something else, and we do have plans for things like that, don't worry. Clean water, man, Clean water, you can't beat clean water with anything, and this is just great. It tastes clean. I'm listening to the water behind me as I drink the bourbon. It almost looks like the cover of the bottle. That's what's going on here. I'm living it. This is great. Cheers to Smugglers Notch. You guys have a good one.